Public opinion across Europe is shifting rapidly. New surveys show a sharp decline in trust toward the United States under Donald Trump, with many Europeans now calling the U.S. a necessary partner rather than an ally. In Germany, nearly three-quarters view transatlantic relations negatively. Analysts warn the alliance has become transactional, while Europe's economic strength and a market of 450 million consumers remain key tools for rebuilding balance and influence.
And Trump has been accentuating that through his personality. And maybe it helped us to actually get our act together. And actually, when we speak about strategic autonomy of Europe, it's more than the European Union. You see that despite Brexit, the United Kingdom now is closely cooperating with the EU states on issues of European security and defense. And that's the right way. Strategic autonomy is being taken seriously, but it needs time to build it.
Our annual poll with the German population, what they think about foreign policy questions, shows that this year nearly 75% of Germans have a negative look at the transatlantic relations. That is a big change against the year before, where it was just about 25%. So there is a big change in public opinion. Germany and Europe has to become more strong, because otherwise in this world full of tensions and geopolitical tensions, you can only play a relevant role in the superpower and great power world if you are strong politically, economically and militarily. I think this is a big lesson to be learned.
So Trump acts in a very transactional way. So he just looks into what's in for the US. And we could see this in the 28-point plan. So it was very clearly for some people in Europe, in a very unethic way, looking for American interest. So what kind of money they can get out of it. So, but instead of complaining about a broken relationship with the US, I would recommend the Europeans should focus on what responsibilities they have and what they can do to develop their position into a position of strength. So we know that Putin only accepts counterparts from a position of strength, and the same applies for Trump. So if the Europeans would stand there and say, okay, here are our billions of investment and here are our capabilities and military assets, we don't need the US, then I think Trump would reconsider how he behaves. But why should he care for Europeans who love to talk but not to act? Money will be a big issue for everyone in the future, but also the Europeans have a lot to offer. So Europe is a huge market for them. So we are 450 million consumers here. That's bigger than the US. That's bigger than any other market. And since the US choose to go in a confrontation with China, so where else than in Europe could be your most interesting market?